What's up, family? What's up, family? What it do with the fam bam? Grand rising to all, grand rising to all. High vibration to everybody that's coming in and checking in with the God Huey. You feel me? Peace to all the goddesses and the goddesses out here. You know what I mean? High vibrational shit for you guys. Um, on this beautiful awakening. All the goddesses and the goddesses out here. On this beautiful awakening. See who we got in the chat. Get over to the chat, man, and interact with this beautiful chat. One world, one hood, in the magic mirror, poetic Kales. What's the two representing? One world, what's the two representing? That motherfucking electric power. You already know, man. Let me get a thumbs up if everything coming through clear. Y'all can hear everything good on y'all side. You couldn't hear earlier? You can't hear the music? If y'all can't hear the music, I'll play again. I'm here. Y'all can hear what up, Squid? Was y'all able to hear the jam? No music? Oh, y'all can't hear the music. Y'all just seen the video. Y'all just seen the visual. No music. I think that's what he said. You didn't hear no music? Okay, well, we're going to go back. Yeah, I do it at the end now. You're right. I do it at the end now. Go ahead and throw y'all chats in, man, if y'all want to come up and talk, if you want to get on the panel, if you want to come on and let your sentiments be heard with everyone. I guess we can get to the topic of the title. You know what I'm saying? God and the devil, and who do we believe in? Or what do we know at the end of the awakening? Would probably be the most appropriate question to ask. You know? Yeah, we'll do it again. All right. Pardon me for a second, y'all. Let me get a couple things together here. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So at the end of the day, at the beginning of the awakening instead of the end of the days, um, it all boils down to who do you believe in, or what do you know? Do you know yourself? Have you done too much search or researching in your time on this plane right now that you was so much searching outside of yourself, you never got to know yourself? You feel me? A lot of us try to figure out where we come from, and we get to studying and doing research and things of that nature, and it all ends up outside of us. All the research comes from the outside. I mean, everything that we're searching is on the outside. We go look into outside resources and things of this nature to try to figure out, I guess, our existence, the purpose for our existence. Pardon me. Try to figure out what was our purpose for, And on my research, I realized that everyone, well, most people, do a lot of out searching instead of in searching or soul searching. You feel me? You go outside of your source instead of looking inside where all the information is truly at. You're a walking record You are a walking encyclopedia. You are a walking dictionary. You are a walking record box. Peace to the God, Sir
Oh,
Drop. What's the God on the
what's happening, man?
I'm a beat your ass, bro.
Yeah, that's be funny as hell.
Dope.
What's good?
Yeah, that shit was dope, bro.
Yeah. What's the word?
Ah, man, just try to do a little open panel, man. You know, start one up early, get everybody up, juices rolling and shit. You know, the topic was, do we believe in God or the devil, though?
Uh, that's deep. This mic sound right?
Oh yeah, you sound good. You sound real good. So about the topic though, bro. Who do you believe in? I mean, I know, but just playing the devil's advocate, you feel what I'm saying? And we don't really like to deal with belief. We really try to do what we know. But then I noticed that we do a lot of talking about things that we believe or our point of views. You feel what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we always end up going back to the creator or whatever the creator or the creation is came from. You feel me? So it's like we're still in the midst of some type, whether we try to get away from religion, the religion aspect of it, we're gonna put ourselves in another box of believing. So at the
Yeah.
end of the day, I'm trying to figure out what are we really believing in? Or what are we really, you know what I'm saying? Where we see ourselves at, man.
Yeah, because my premise on it is you can't have one without the other, regardless. So now, who do you, which way? Now we have to talk about what is the devil and what is, you know what I'm saying, and get everybody's
Right.
perspective on that. Because you know we don't know what that shit is for real. We just know what we think, so everybody should think something a little different.
Had their
Just
own point of view, they what you're saying.
yeah, but it's still gonna tie into the yin and yang though. It's all gonna come back to the balance, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Poetic Kim, you're right, you can't believe in one without the other. Because if you believe in God, you still got to believe in the devil so you don't do the things that the devil is doing. You believe that what they told you right about the devil. Meaning that if you go to hell, you're going to be in a fire pit of hell for eternal life. This is the things that's attached with the devil. And the things that's attached with God is so-called good. But the balance in that is that you never really heard or seen the devil do nothing but try to manipulate the mind of the people. Now, God, on the other hand, who is the makeup of God
what
was
is that?
made to be looking like a good guy or a positive guy. Well, he was a jealous guy. He destroyed people several times. If you didn't do what the fuck he said to do, he was goddamn. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, was God the devil and the devil was God? Or what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, what they say every time. Like say a motherfucker, say somebody trying to kill somebody's family, right? And a husband or somebody end up killing the opposition, right? Now
Right.
they gonna say when the funeral come, they always gonna say God sent him home, right? Like hold on, he was doing a devilish act. It took a devilish move to kill him, but God sent him home. That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? They'd never be like, yeah, the devil called on this.
Right.
Never,
Right.
never, never. And it could be the most barbaric shit going on. They'd just say it's God. I ain't got nothing to do with no damn God. I
You're
don't think
damn
he.
right. They always give God credit. They'll never give the devil credit for nothing but the bad shit that go on in their life. Like, damn, didn't God just say that he knew everything that you was gonna go through in your life? He took you through all this shit, and you still gonna not give him credit for it?
Hell yeah. And like, the, I think it could even be the flesh is the I don't know. It's deep because now you can't mix it with evil and good. That's where people fuck it up at because they both be evil and good. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but if you if you searching for good and being deceived, then you got tricked by the devil. You know what I'm saying? Basically, if you trying to buy happiness and shit like that, that's a devil move. You still not gonna be happy. You just gonna keep searching for happiness. When you got a motherfucker that's fucking doing life in prison, that's happy, he's still a happy person. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. And I think if you look outside yourself, that's a more of a devilish move than inside. You know what I'm saying? Big cars, big houses, uh, everybody. Look at me, look at me, look at me. That's more devilistic to me. To
The
versus the
material
dude
thing,
that,
you're worried about the inside. You're worried about the physical look.
yeah. And you
It's
trying
like
to
looking at a
highlight.
fat ass booty, looking over a fat ass booty, and you never get to know it. You just like wanted to just ride it. You didn't never want to know what was on the inside, but the inside was sicker than the outside look. It's like sort of like what they do, how they dress up the meat at the grocery stores. They make it look all pretty and it's healthy, but on the inside of that, it's nothing but poison. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man.
Yeah. And people that do that is like they put on nice clothes, jewelry, nice cars and shit to deflect so you can't see the real person. You know what I'm saying? It's to hide the real person inside of them. People without that don't do that shit. You see the real them. You know what I'm saying? That's them. You know what I mean? So you'll see one of them rich cats go broke, turn into a dope fiend, and a real them will come out, and you'll be like, man, I remember you was balling, bro. That motherfucker just you see the whole real him when all them accolades is gone. You be like, damn, dude, a sucker for real. He had all these motherfuckers fooled. You know what I mean? Don't, yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be
right.
crazy, man.
It's almost like looking at that ass girl, and then when you got down, she was fine when you took her in the house, and then you got down, woke up, she had her hair off, the eyelashes off, and like, damn, what happened to you? Yeah, you was laid up.
Yeah, still, yeah, like a
Oh, so you're
motherfucker.
saying, that we dress, we make ourselves look presentable or acceptable in the physical when we're trying to disguise all of the dirt or all of the dark shit on the outside of us, on the inside of us.
Hell yeah, exactly. Exactly. Shit, when the motherfuckers tore down them Twin Tower buildings, right? That was the real them, but to make it look good, they making the new ones even doper. Try to disguise up for it. They'll blow up a whole country and rebuild that shit doper than the shit they blew up. Like, why y'all blow it up if y'all just gonna rebuild their whole shit? Like, we be rebuilding them countries and shit after we blow that shit up. And then do the empathy card. Oh, we'll rebuild everything. You know what I'm saying? But they never rebuild shit for the niggas when they fucked us up. We the only people who ain't get nothing for that shit. Everybody else they fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
They compensate for their mishaps.
And that's why they say in the name of God when they do that devilish shit, because they ain't saying God. They saying that we using his name to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Not God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's
So you
different.
can put the blame on them. So that's just why you got like all the Arabs and shit like that doing jihad because they
It's like
coming into their territory, destroying them
it's
because
like I
America is doing all this shit in the name of God.
right. It's like I go over to Ty's house, right? And I say I came in the name of Huey, like Huey sent me, like you know what I'm saying? That's what they basically doing. God sent me. God ain't sent y'all motherfuckers nowhere. You know what I mean? And all of them do it through every religion. That's really the only
Right.
war besides the Vietnam War, and that's why we lost that war. That ain't had nothing to do with religion. But you know, all them Iraq wars and shit, that's just all over Christians and Muslims, man. That's all that shit is. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. The motherfuckers been fighting through the
Well,
biblical days.
oil, the
No,
oil.
oil is what they gaining out of it. But you got to think they've been fighting from day one. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They've been fighting since Moses was down there in Egypt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers been fighting. So it's like, who stepped back was Africa. Well, Africa, they been in war since forever. They never not been in war. But what they do is they fight their government. The people fight their government. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a civil war going on over there. So when they went over there to try to conquer that, they like these motherfuckers fighting each other. What the fuck? Fuck we gonna do? We just in the way. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they ain't really never tried to take. They trying to take over Africa on the smart side, like convincing them money exists and shit like that. And we let us buy this, let us buy that. We'll protect you from this. You know what I'm saying? Finding other parts of them fucking Rwanda type wars. You know what I mean? But shit, that's the only reason why they couldn't take over that shit. They still fighting over there.
So you
We the
saying
only.
that the people over there never lost the real concept of us against them, meaning the haves against the have-nots. The have-nots always stick together against the haves, regardless.
Period. But they more or less in a like say I come to beat you up, right? I come from another neighborhood to beat you up, but you, your cousin, and y'all two friends is already fighting each other. Y'all tearing the damn house up. I come in. When I'm supposed to fight you now, you know what I'm saying? The whole thing just gonna turn on me as soon as I come in. And that's the type of territory they entered when they went to Africa. When they came here, it was peaceful shit, Indians and all that shit, growing shit, this, that, and the third. They got away from that war, you know what I'm saying? And they was able to take them over, but they couldn't do that to them damn Shaka Zulus, dog. Them niggas. I'm not gonna pull it off, bro. We wearing dead animals on our back, bro. Y'all not. We done took lions down, bro. Y'all not about to just come over here with a one shooter. Mind you, want no AKs, none of that shit. So
Right.
one of them niggas that get shot don't even know they shot for a minute, and he's still gonna fuck you up. Like, I think it hurts. It hurts bad, and 2 or 3 of them will die. Guess what's gonna happen? Every white man gonna get apprehended, and let me get that gun out you. So we gonna have guns too, man. It's not. When they say that slave shit, I'm like, man, the motherfuckers, they ain't gonna tell you how many fucking plantations got took over. No, they'll never tell you that. They'll tell you about the 10 successful ones. What about it was like 20,000 plantations, right? That got turned into ghettos. I just leave them niggas there, man. Build some fucking housing for them, man. Leave them right there, bro. We can't do nothing with them. Period. Can't stop no black folk, man. Because it's like you put a dab of us in anything, it's turning black. So how can we stop that shit? All we do is gotta have sex with a Chinese woman, and we got a whole new, different black race. Blacknese. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
they can't stop that. But I do wonder where the white come from. I think it was just over in the colder region. Or is that God and devil? You know, who knows, bro? If we looking at the inner concept, not every white person. I'm saying the shit white people did on this planet versus the shit black people did. Who more righteous?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whose soul was touched by who? You know what I'm saying? Was it them goddamn Vikings? It was that guy? Was it the you know what I'm saying? Was it them witch doctors? Was that guy? You know what I'm saying? Mind you, them motherfucking African tribes will fucking burn you at the stake just like the fucking aunties, bro. Rituals, everything. 5-star pentagrams, you in the middle with the stake burning. And they dancing around your ass, chanting shit. You know what I'm saying? They act like it's just all. Them motherfuckers wicked as hell. Look at them pictures, bro. Motherfuckers. Motherfuckers is insane, bro.
But every time
Hey,
you
look,
come
the
here, I'm
TV
like, I'm so
who
bored.
laughing with
I hear you.
I say, who laughing with you? The TV laugh right with you or something, bro. That shit was crazy.
My girl, my daughter.
Oh, that was a girl who laughed.
Yeah.
That shit sounded like studio crowd. Everyone laugh right now. Clap, clap.
Yeah, we do gotta I was watching that damn divorce court again, man. We do gotta find another word besides bitch because that shit the scar too deep. It
Man,
just cut too deep. It cut you. I just say another word. It, it ain't. It roll off too freely with us. You know what I mean? So.
hey, look, man, it's better than popping their ass in their mouth.
No, but one thing I caught is Judge Patrick was like, man, I only get mad when she get mad, right? That had it like you can't la, but also you can't run around being mad neither. And I think my job is to make you happy, and I'm doing everything I can, so I gotta get mad back. I can't do nothing else. They did not understand that for shit.
Right.
That motherfucker was in jail right there.
Yeah, I'm trying to make you happy all I can. You know what I'm saying? You won't help me out. What the fuck I'm gonna do? You feel me? Shit, you always sad. I don't know, is it me or what? You feel me? I'm like, what the fuck? You know, and I'm happy. I'm walking around up in my up shit. You know,
It
like it
seemed like
ain't.
you trying to
It ain't
steal my what they say, kill my vibe, like type thing, like or but it don't be that. That's how we think because we men. What it be is they just emotional people, and something could have just really had them in an emotional mood. And then say you pissed off a motherfucker come around all jolly, you gonna be like, man, sit your jolly. So you
I
already know what they
go
do.
everywhere, bro. I go everywhere, bro. They be like, don't come in here trying to steal no energy, bro. Your ass is too, you be too strong, bro. Like, calm down when you come around. Like, what the fuck you mean, calm down? I'm calm myself down. What the fuck you mean? I'm
That's
calm,
why I
but I'm
was
up.
telling you to calm down on that vegan shit, because they was gonna try to spin it where you just yelling and you was dropping gems and shit, but I'm like, nah, you know this motherfucker. Like you kept saying, man, he ain't gonna let me say this. Y'all see this shit, y'all? Y'all hear this, right? Just let me say one thing. He would not let you say that shit for shit because he couldn't handle it. First of all, he already admitted he was the police before.
Right.
He said the sergeant used to tell him, pull over everybody.
Empress Poetic Tales Dojo, the god Khalid. I think that's good. Khalid L. I'm saying, what it do, people? What it do? Appreciate everybody coming in. If anybody want to come chat with me and drop put the emails in the chat, come on up, man. But yeah, we just building. Back to the God and the devil thing, though, man. I've been thinking about the God and the devil situation, right? And I really realized that me personally, I don't believe in either one of them motherfuckers. They both full of shit to me.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. You know how like you was a kid, right? You wanted to grab that Snickers and put it in your pocket, right? And then that feeling you
Right.
get and you don't do it. What was those two different or it's a feeling though. You get a feeling when you say you raging.
The,
You
the feeling of it was stuck in between two emotions because you were always trying to do some shit that you wanted to do, but nobody let you do things that you really wanted to do, they always persuade you in doing the things that they wanted you to do. Say, for instance, if you wanted to get up and walk out of your class when you was in school, say you had to go piss, you feel me? And your teacher, you got to ask if you can do some shit. I just feel like I can just get up and walk out. How you gonna tell me I can't go piss? You want me to stand in the class and piss on myself? You feel what I'm saying? I should have the right to do so. And she told me that I can't do it or I'm gonna get in trouble. And then she put me in trouble. You know what I'm saying? To call my mom. My mom want to whoop my ass and tell me, you know, my mom already got me programmed to do the shit that she telling me to do. I'm gonna get my ass whooped. Don't steal, don't take for nobody, don't put your hands on no motherfucking body, stay in the child's place. All these type of things is what they do to hinder us from being able to explore freely the way that our mind is operating. You feel what I'm saying? Because I would go in the store and I feel like shit is sitting here on this thing. I ain't had to take it from nobody. I know it's right here. I believe I can just put it in my pocket and walk out. But then the psyche of me thinking that I might go to jail is what stopped me from doing it. And that's what they got us stuck in the that's why they threw religion and these two deities out there, because they were both for control. You know, one was for us to make us obey him, and it was something, they gave us something to promise to look forward to, something good, shiny, gold, golden robes, and all of this good life, but everlasting life where we ain't got no stress. And then they depicted another one, which was the devil, and they attached to that with something that's fire and burning, and they threw you in a pit and threw everybody in there and made us think that we was gonna be in there burning forever. Nobody want to burn forever when you start cooking meat and shit like that. That's why we shouldn't be eating meat, because we burning ourselves, letting ourselves know that this is what can happen to you, nigga. You can get burnt. You feel me? So by them motherfucker giving us these two deities, well, a good and the bad side of ourselves, we were never able just to walk through with a natural energy. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that's what's hindering us from being able to be free and to get away from like the school system or the work system, because it's the fact that we think that we're going to end up on the negative side of things. Like we're going to not be able to be on the positive side of things, what they consider positive, like keeping a roof over your head, food on your table, clothes on your back, shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? But only if we knew that everything that they are trying to attach us to is to get us away from our black or from our darkness. You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't want us to operate that. They want us to be in fear of that, because that's the place of creation. You feel me? The dark place, your mind, the mindset. What up, Lorraine? I don't know what happened to Drop. He blocked out. Send you the link. What up, K4I? Peace, God. I'm finna put it in the back, Cook. I'm just finna put the link in the chat.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We hear you, brother.
Okay. I was gonna say it was kind of good that that Cook had kind of jumped in the chat, because this been on me for like about the last month, that was sticking with me, that I was resonating with when he was building on Vegan Warrior about a month ago, when they was dealing with the steps you know, within that lodge, you know, and that you know, like the different degrees or whatever. And what you and Drop talking about, I kind of feel that the way that it's set up, you know what I'm saying, the grammar, if I'm saying it wrong, I think it was the grammar, rhetoric, and then logic, and I think their debate was Vegan was feeling that that wasn't the proper order. And you know, I'm all about, you know, trying to find truth, like all of us. And I just felt, even, you know, with that being something within that lodge setting or the Mason setting, that kind of was the right way. And I'm trying to tie it into to what you and Drop was saying about, you know, the God and God and the devil, and Huey, you just saying that you feel both of them was divisive. But what I'm trying to tie in with that those three stair levels, the grammar, rhetoric, and logic, is I think that is some truth to that, because that can be where us as the individual can really weigh out and be the deciding factor. You know what I'm saying? Being, you know what I'm saying, dividing between those two. Because if you want to look from the religious perspective, you know, they always have it where the devil and you know, and God is sitting on the left and right shoulder thing, but it's really on both of us. So we really, us as the individual, is the deciding factor, as in the polarities of figuring out, you know, what's godly versus, you know what I'm saying, what's devilish or whatnot. So I don't really know if that's tying in to y'all, but I kind of think it is, and I just want to kind of see what y'all feel about that.
Oh yeah, definitely, bro. You hit it. You hit that on that head with the nail, bro. You hit the nail on the head, bro. With the hammer, bro. Because at the end of the day, you said something. You said something so dope. You said the right. I mean, you said that the God and the devil was on the right. That how they depicted, like the God and the devil was always on one of the other side of the shoulders, right?
Right,
So
right.
at the end of the day, that symbolized that to let you know that it's all on you because it's sitting on you. The weight is on your shoulders. That's what the weight of the world is, the positive and the negative balance. And for you to have the weight of your world, you walk up with both polarities, meaning
Yeah.
you are the zero place, because long as you're the zero place, it's always going to be a negative one and a positive one on your side. Now, if you keep it balanced, it's going to just always be a 0 and a 1, which would make a 69. You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
Which
right.
would make it the yin and the yang. You feel what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
yin and the yang system. You feel what I'm saying?
and I think it also ties into something y'all been speaking on the last 2 or 3 months too, on, you know, like in our little chats or on different panels, when you say being balanced is walking, you know, on that fence instead of falling to one side or the other. You able to balance it out by tight roping, you know, being
Yes.
centered, you know, and on trying to balance on being on top of that fence, whereas you swaying to one side or another, you know. But yeah, like I
Right.
said, not to cut you off, but yeah, overall, man, you know how some things like we build all the time. Like even if I'm not live, I'm always in the chats every day, and some things just stick and hit home harder than others. And like I said, we all about truth, you know, overall, you know what I'm saying, about, so it ain't no bias. So, you know, it's a lot of things that vegan have that I resonate with, you know what I'm saying, as well. But when they was having that dialogue, I just happened to be on and they was going over it. And honestly, the reason that really why it really resonated and it sounded like those three was the proper way, you know, the grammar, rhetoric, and logic is, you know, like coming up on a year in July, you know, it'll be a year that I started, you know, touring around, writing songs and stuff on the side. And I looked at it from that aspect because you know what I'm saying, you start out like thinking about it, right? You know what I'm saying, you thinking about it, and then you jot or you thinking in your head, but then you starting with the grammar of it, and then when you jotting and all that's the rhetoric. But then the logic, to me, it comes in when you weigh out what you done thought of and then jotted out or then thought of in your head, and you like, nah, that don't really go there, that don't sound right, let me take that out. So that was one of the real reasons why I was correlating and that was resonating with me, as those three things being in the proper order: the grammar, rhetoric, and logic. But like I said, I was just feeling that it was tying in to which I was talking about, you know, godly and devilish. And like I said, really they two different spectrums on the polarity, like you said, are really us being the center of the whole thing. So we really determining, you know what I'm saying, yay or nay. And I'll fall back.
So basically, to keep it simple and real elementary, left and right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Left side, right side. This reaction, oppose. I mean, attack or retreat. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's you're gonna have to have a opposite of anything, and I think that's what God and devil represent. It don't represent evil and good. It represent the opposite of everything. You know what I'm saying? If it's hot, well, the devil gonna be hot, and then cold gonna be God. If it's flat tire, the flat tire gonna be the devil, the full tire gonna be God. If it's you know what I'm saying? I think it's really that simple.
Yep.
And then we
And then
trying to
it get too
overthink
complex.
it.
We overthink it and get
Yeah.
too complex with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And that was deep right there, Drop. You said the flat tire might be the devil and the round
Is the godly
tire
part. Yeah.
is God.
That's
So
deep.
this is something else that they added to the goddamn aspect of the world because they knew that it was flat, but they wanted to attach that to the evil side, which was the dark side, which was really the true side, all of our side. You feel me? And they tried to make the world round, which was the godly shit, was really the facade. You feel what I'm saying? The same thing why they pushing us aside, so we'd be inferior of either one, and then not knowing that it was not round nor flat, that it was just truly an organism, and it was a cell. It was you and it was me, and they didn't never want us to know that because they don't want no one walking around knowing that the world is them or that they are the world. Meaning, why we say we are the world, we are the children, is because this is the way we make the world a brighter day. Because long as you're bright in your day, anything is worth giving. You feel what I'm saying? Because people will give it to you when they know who you are, and you're walking around and you're expressing out that energy, and you're pushing out what that balance is. Because they don't know. I have brothers approach me like this, and they ask me, they say, who are you? You know, they see me with my staffs and shit, you know what I'm saying? So they ask me, they like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, just, I am you. I'm who I am. They're like, whoa. I'm like, if I answer it wrong, something might happen. You know what I'm saying? If I were to say, God, what if you say I'm the devil? I'm here to take you out or whatever. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know? So you got to be more conscious and aware of really the spell that they got us up under, because at the end of the day, man, this shit all starts with us, man. We the fucking center of all of this shit, man. The world is you and me. Period, man. It's the woman, the man, man.
You definitely
Real,
right about
man.
that. And you started this off this morning, setting the tone when you were saying, like, even though we are truth seekers, you know what I'm saying, and all about humanity and all that, like, first of all, we kind of need to still be center and being, you know what I'm saying, in tune with us, you know what I'm saying, with us personally, you know what I'm saying, the individual, you know what I'm saying, to be able to, you know, go on and spread that love and that camaraderie, you know, type of vibratory frequencies, you know what I'm saying, that we putting out here. And a lot of times we do get away from that. You know what I'm saying? We do, you know, like just overly trying to get consumed with certain aspects of things, you know what I'm saying? You do lose a little touch of yourself. And Drop was speaking on it, if not yesterday, the day before, about sometimes being on the platforms a little too much to where you not really in tune at home. And you know what I'm saying, I took that in, you know what I'm saying, like I said, sometimes I can be like that myself, you know. I can be here, but I'm you know what I'm saying, which this is always is positive, but it might not be necessarily this, but I'm here, you know, all day, and I really haven't interacted with the family none. So that's another thing with us being, holding ourselves accountable once again, and being the center of what's going on, and us dictating or being able to change the paradigm on how we being programmed with that too. You know what I'm saying? I'll fall back.
Yeah, that's big,
Yeah,
especially to be in the center. Cause look, if we are the center, including if we are the center of our world, right? I'm saying even teach your kids to be the center of their world. You know how many centers it is, so now it ain't a center; it's everywhere now. See what I'm saying?
so
So
look, that's why they all turned us into sinners, so we know that we was really just the sinner. You feel me? Where they create the sinner, right? What a sin, right, was really to be the center, right? I'm gonna say, right? Like we are the sinner. Well, they made it say like a sinner was something to be bad. You feel me? But the sinner is to be all the attraction to everything. They don't want you to be a sinner. Know that you was born into the sinner. You was born into the egg, which was in the sinner. It came out back into the center of your existence. You are running your center. You are the attraction. You know what I mean? You
I
are
mean,
all attraction.
all right, now look, like lying, right? They say everybody told a lie, right? That's a sin, right? But now they also act like it's wrong to lie. There's times you would have to be the devil to tell the truth on this aspect. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta despair feelings and shit. You gotta be like, nah, man, I ain't even see that, man. I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, say, all right, Huey, we out kicking it, right? We going dumb crazy. We in the strip club, we throwing money, whatever. And then something happens, right? With another female, right? And then your girl see me and be like, did Huey fuck that bitch? What I'm supposed to say? Yeah. No, I'm supposed to lie at this aspect because it could fuck up a whole marriage. You see what I'm saying? At this point in time, I'm supposed to be like, nah, I don't know nothing about that, and don't be talking to me about your relationship. You
Mind
see what
your
I'm
own
saying?
business.
Yeah,
Minding
but
your own business.
hell
Yeah,
yeah.
because that'll be turning you into the middleman into their personal relationship and affairs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the point I was making was that's a perfect time where you supposed to lie. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's just an example of when you supposed to be
Okay.
like, no, I don't know, no, I don't know. You ain't supposed to be like, yup, I saw him because I never tell a lie. Then now you just a robot. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Go
So you
ahead.
pretty much saying that it's a time and place for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, like how we say, everything is everything. So it is a positive time to use what we perceive to be negative for the most part in different situations. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. All right,
Peace,
boom.
flat plane.
Can you hear me?
What's going on,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Blind?
hear
Hell
yeah, we can
yeah.
hear you, bro.
me? Hey, hold on real quick. Hey, Cook, man, why don't you hit the link like everybody else? I put the link in the back. I think everybody else is jumping right on through that link. So you should be able to just hit that link and come on in, man. I'm gonna put the link in here again, but I did send you the email though, Cook. Damn, what happened to Flat Plane? He went off? Damn,
He
we
gonna
can hear
come
him.
right back in. His phone probably rang or something. You know how
Oh
that
yeah,
goes.
yeah. What up, Truth? What it do, Truth? What up, Toy? Yeah, he back. Peace, God. What's up with you, man?
Yes. What's going on, my brother?
What's up? Oh yeah. That's what I was gonna tell y'all, man. I was gonna start saying. I was gonna say, all hail to all the devils too, because last time I was on brother be a warrior, they told me that I couldn't be God. You know what I'm saying? So, and they don't want to be God either. So I was like, well, shit, man. Let me just be the devil then. Maybe they'll let me just claim that title.
Yeah. I bet just let me be me. You know, I'm the top.
Oh yeah, can I? Exactly. I like that better, bro. You
Ah,
right with that.
damn,
You right.
God.
I like that.
What y'all talking about, bro?
Look,
Mm-hmm.
but look, we turn into I am or who, however, we go back to I am again, because that's the most thing that
That
we all say is the
that's
we, me, I, you, and shit. You know,
that's the most important part that I am. You know, even if you say I'm
that's
a
it.
god, if you say I'm a god, you're still putting the title on yourself. Just be you.
That just be you. You right. You right. Not being you. I'm saying you saying just be me, but I
Yeah,
need
just
to be
be
me.
me.
What
Yeah,
you
be who.
you.
Uh,
Not you, but you say you. Your life turns into you. That's how we turn it into you and I. Like it's
yeah,
crazy, man. When you just stick to that basic situation, you feel me? And that's what I try to stick with. But they tell me I can't stick with that because that attaches you to the all when you know that you the it. You feel me?
but you everybody's attached to it all. It's impossible to detach yourself from all.
Exactly.
You know, because even
But
though
no
even
one.
though I even though I am even though I am I'm just being me. I'm still here too. We both each other.
Facts. Facts. See, but
Well,
you,
explain.
why do we overstand that? We don't enter and understand that. We overstand that over here. Is that because we've been building like this, or is that just what it is?
You know,
Because people
it just
act like
I'm
we
just
together.
saying like I just tell you like this. Well, probably all of us have been on this journey and probably have felt this. You know, we probably started at points of trying to find truth. You know, like mine started in Islam. I ain't gonna lie. You know, when I did all type of theology, Buddhism, study this book, go look at this video, and then you trying to find the answer. When all those roads you went down to do nothing but lead you right back to yourself.
Yep.
Well, that's
And
the end of the road.
hey, flat
Yep.
plane. What's the scripture? Is it 6:14 in the Quran where they talk about the flat plane or wherever the it's it's either 6:14 or down yet. But what I wanted to bring to this is all these books though got a whole bunch of gems in them. right? The
Mhm.
stuff that you can catch right off top is so fake, it's incredible. That's why they make it so blatant like that. But the gems is hidden through them words, man. And it's all kind of secrets you can unlock through all them books. Cause you gotta understand the people that wrote them books is smarter than the people that's talking right now. The motherfuckers was in touched and they was that's their hobby was
I
to
beg
do
to
that.
differ, bro. I bear to differ, bro, because
I do
if you
too.
would take, if you would take half the things that we said and someone just wrote the shit that we done, like a panel, an open panel, and
Right.
just wrote it down, and then you wrote each name as it down, and you put it in, say like Job. Job said this, and this is all the things that
Look,
Sir Drop said on all these panels. He might have said this then, he said this at this time, he said this at this
now
time.
here's why
You
you
would look
right
at the
though.
gems in it,
Here's the only
and you
reason
would
why you
find
right
out that
though.
you were
Listen, here's the only reason why you right though, because we was them same people writing them shits because it's all resurrections and shit
that.
like that. So you still have Moses and shit walking around now. So what it would be is a modified version of that. Like you know how Dr. J did it, then Michael Jordan did it, then Kobe did it, then
Like,
and it come
But you,
back twice as better. So
it's
yeah, you
deeper, it's
right.
deeper than that.
but
Bro.
you know
What
the
Black
deep,
Plains just said, though.
you know the deep part
It's
of what
like
you
Black
said.
Plains just
Go
said.
ahead.
It's like what Black Plains just said, though, bro. I'm not to cut you off, but it's deeper than that because it's like what bro just said. You were them. They were you at this time, at a time. You feel what I'm saying? You were everything. Anything that was written, you wrote it. Anything that's going on in the world is all in your mind. You just got to know it, that it's inside of you. Ain't nothing on the outside. It's all inside because it was all a part of your time. You are an infinite timetable.
And then all those gems that you say in those books, you know, and with the keys to unlock secrets, they ain't doing them unlocking secrets within yourself. You just unlocking more of
Yeah,
yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody's
yeah.
truth is theirs, you know. You can't tell me what my truth feel like. You know, I know this in my heart, even though you may disagree with someone else, they may have a different truth, but you know, you got to beg every truth has to exist. So their truth is no less powerful than yours. It's just every truth has to exist. Everything has to exist for all to exist. So, you know,
That was dope. Go ahead.
so you may beg the different argue, you wrong, you wrong. Now you wrong, you wrong. His truth is his truth and yours is yours. But it don't make neither one of them wrong though. Because all of them exist. You can't
Even if I
say it.
disagree with this, that won't make it all, bro. We gotta even have disagreements to make that shit be considered as all. Like,
Mm-hmm.
man, that shit is deep
Because you
right
can't
there,
say
bro.
you can't say his truth is a lie because his truth is existing in your face to him.
Don't be the
The
one.
truth is a lie. The lie is the truth. You had a
Mm.
truth between two lies. You yeah, everything is everything, man.
So once you get to that
Everything.
point of understanding that, less things offend you because you know, hey, that has to exist. You know,
Cause
I
look,
can't
it's
be
true.
against it. I can't
If
be judgmental.
if you tell a lie, right, that's the truth. You told a lie. It's the
Hmm.
truth.
It
You know what I'm
exists.
saying? Yeah, you lie. That's true.
Every
Yeah,
you
that.
give you give everything its proper no bow. You know, everything is everything. You know,
Yeah, and
so a lot of people say bows. I want to kill them all, but that's the reality. They exist. You know, that's their world. I mean, it's just when you take yourself out of it, less things offend you because it is what it is, man. But it's your choice to choose that.
yeah, that's real. Now the thing with that is, I've been thinking about that deep lately too. Like knowing that everything is everything, but I've been more so thinking like, and I know a lot of us already know this. I just been more so like thinking about this more like damn, like what y'all was just saying when you saying something true, it is false, right? So I've been thinking a lot about uh like say things that's artificial is still got to come from authentic resource or the organic resource. Like say like if you got like a orange juice, right? But then you got like a orange drink, you know what I'm saying, like a fake fruit punch or something, you know what I'm saying. You read some of the ingredients, it's gonna have like concentrates or some organic supplement from the original source in order for them to make it to be, you know what I'm saying, artificial, you know what I mean. So like you said, everything is so simple to where they bog our minds and give us all this clutter and confusion to where we overthink things a lot when pretty much everything can just be real basic, man. How far back?
Yeah, they make us to fight against things, you know what I'm saying? Make things more relevant than the other, you know, put a power source on it, put a hierarchy on it. This is more important than this is more important than this. No, everything is just as important because everything has to exist. You know, everything has its purpose, everything has its role. You know, we wouldn't be so powerful looking for truth if the lie wasn't so strong.
And back to the devil and God, it goes to stuff like this. Say you defending yourself, right? And you kill a man, right? To all your people that love you, gonna say you was basically a God. I mean, God protected you. And the person that died, you're the devil to all the people that loved him. You just killed my son. You think who is you? You see what I'm saying? So it's always gonna balance out. You dig what I'm saying? No
Mm-hmm.
matter what, you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be an opposite reaction. If you playing a basketball game and you won, everybody that love that basketball team is happy. But everybody that love that other basketball team is pissed. It's gonna always balance out. You know what I mean?
Hey, drop. And would you just using that basketball game analogy, like just think of of the Curry parents, you know what I'm saying, having to be the center on their feelings when both their sons was going against each other. Now grant you, Steph already got a couple MVPs, like 3 rings, but that's still they child, like the younger brother that has never won. That man, like you just I just seen the emotion and the stress all over both of their faces, man, watching both of them compete against each other. You know what I mean?
So you just called out his little brother gonna have his first 30-point game on the on the win in the finals. That's gonna be cold. If he do that, if his little brother put up 30 in the closeout game, he can make a name for himself. He only averaged
Well,
like 9 points or something.
yeah, well, no, his brother played for Portland.
Oh, I thought he
Yeah,
played
yeah,
for the
yeah.
Raptors.
No, when
Oh,
they was
so that's
playing,
when
when
they
they was
was
playing
playing
Portland,
Portland.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and their parents, they was wearing those split jerseys, and you just can see it. And then it was worse when the sideline analyst would come sit next to him and asking the questions. I'm like, man, these people ain't faking. They really going through it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's crazy.
You see the symbolism, how they had Drake wear his dad's jersey number 30 in the Raptors, all that shit. It was weird, bro.
Yeah.
They
It definitely was. And that gematria dude was been on that, breaking that down too.
the I see it like plain as day now on everything though, man. I be reading license plates on movies. It's just insane now. Now it's retarded. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
keep
How you
breaking
could
that
just see
shit
a lot of
down.
stuff in plain day like that, like without looking for it now.
I'm not talking
Yeah,
about even in the public, bro. Right down the street and start
yeah,
reading
man.
people's license plate numbers. You'll be like, man, this shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's getting deep.
Read your own license plate, goddamn it.
Hey, while we talking, right?
Y'all niggas tripping.
It'd be it'd be it'd be amazing how much shit you be noticing, you know what I'm saying?
Especially when like you be chiefing like me, I just can't present it. Like if I went sober, I'll say like 2 years straight. Oh man, I'd be so much more brilliant, I believe. But I don't know if I would. I don't know if I had too much shit on my head to catch the gems. Though it's like a balance on that shit. But I'd be more focused. I wouldn't be talking this slow. I wouldn't be dragging shows out and shit.
Well,
You know
well,
what I
you know it.
mean?
Well, you know, it just have its purpose. It had its purpose, you know. If you just use it to abuse it, then that's when you but use it for a purpose, to just when you're trying to
Right.
meditate or get deep with something, you know what I'm saying? Or reach out beyond yourself, you know.
So
Yeah,
basically,
but
marijuana
drop.
is healthy. Go ahead.
No, I ain't want to stop you, Bill, but I was gonna say,
No.
like we keep saying, bro, everything is everything. Like, look, you more laid back, right? You slow pace with it, but Huey is more energetic, up tempo. That balances it out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's done by design, bro. You know what I
And,
mean?
and your higher self gonna always seek things to surround itself to balance itself out.
Hmm. That's deep. Hell yeah. But back to the marijuana, right? Hell yeah, it's healthy. But how much of it? Now they done tricked us saying it's healthy, but is it like a blunt a day or is it a blunt a
Well,
month?
I just tell you like this. It's all based on your personal tolerance. Like you can only get so high. And once you reach a certain level, everything else is frivolous after that. You know, you just smoking just to be smoking. So you can determine when that level is, okay, I'm high, so I can just put it out. You don't have to
Yeah,
keep
my
going.
mom told me that shit too. She was smoking a joint, right? She butt that bitch out halfway. I'm like, why you butt it out? She was like, I'm not about to waste my marijuana. You only can get so high off the grade of the weed. After 3, 4, 5 hits, that's your high. First of all, you gotta it take 10 minutes to set in. So motherfuckers be smoking the whole time, ain't even letting they high kick in. They just wasted a whole half a blunt. It ain't
Because
yeah,
it's only
yeah,
so more. What's some things your brain releases? Endorphins. Only so dopamine. It's only
yeah.
so much of that is gonna release. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man, but I know some rosters, man. And we talking. There's not a blunt not rolled. You understand? Through the duration of the whole day, there's not a point in time a blunt not getting fired up. I can't
Mm-hmm.
do it. I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But people I know they'll do that shit all day and still be up, woke, and still handling business and everything. Basically, like on some Snoop Dogg shit. I'm like, man, how the fuck is y'all doing that shit, bro? But shit, I get off work or something. Hell yeah, I'll light up like 4 of them bitches. But we talking like what you say?
You see you see me drop? You see
Do
my
I see
camera?
the TV? No, I don't see
No,
no
my camera.
TV. Yeah, I see it.
Is it?
I see
How
your
y'all see me the whole
logo.
time? Okay.
Oh, now I see it. Now I see it.
It's him?
Yeah, I saw you. You was in the
Hallelujah.
kitchen, man. But you keep
Oh yeah, yeah,
going
yeah.
in and out when you talk.
Oh, I go in and out. Okay, let me see something.
Damn if I do, damn if I don't. I'm still in that shit, Huey.
You like that?
Hell yeah, that's fire, bro.
Yeah, that shit fire.
You gotta change the title to Damn If I Do, Damn If I Don't. So they can't read
That's what
that title for real. Man, no, the title
I
you
changed.
sent me said GBX Ilana. It said some like African shit, bro.
Man,
It ain't say damn if I do, damn if I don't. I
I'm a
can tell you.
fool.
why are you
Nah,
going so many times?
that shit fire though. That boy hold up that staff and it's over. Once he pull that staff out on
Why?
your ass, it's over.
Hey man, how do you get back
Why chewing?
to the screen? Like if you click off the Hangout and you try to get back in to
It
the
be
video part,
bullshitting. You
yeah,
doing
it
it
tell you
right, it be bullshit.
you already in a call saying that
Yeah, you
shit.
gotta really like power your phone all the way down and power it back up, and then it'll have ongoing call. I know exactly what you're saying. It'd be like one little skinny strip. Remember we was talking about that the other day, Huey. When you click on it, it just be glitching, bro. You doing it right.
What's
It's
up,
just
you
glitching out.
motherfuckers?
These nuts. Hey,
What
but
up,
look.
true?
No.
What's, sun dropped your ass
What's
this
good
morning.
with you, True?
What's good, man? How y'all
What's
feeling,
the
brothers?
big?
What's
Man, we
going on, brother?
staying out
Good,
the way.
good.
Shit, blood just woke up, man. Putting this tea up in my body. Gotta get this shit, gotta wake up, man. You feel me?
Hey, but your background, my bad, Truth. Your background cool, Flap. So you ain't really gotta come back in. You ain't gotta mute or nothing. It sound good. What you were saying, Truth?
Nah, I just saying, man, putting this tea up in my body bright and early, before I put anything else up in it. Gotta get that protection and shit from all the chemicals and shit outside.
Yeah. I used to buy a fucking a coffee every morning, right? Now I just do like 10 push-ups. I don't work out or nothing. I just do 10 push-ups, right? And I go buy a Naked Berry drink or a fucking Gatorade. And it do the same thing. It wake you up way fast.
Yeah, I used to drink the fucking lattes all fucking day, man. I cut that shit out about a week ago. And now I just have a few teas in the morning and one at night and shit.
But I'm waking up at 5 in the morning. That shit be crazy, bro. Every day. Bro. Yeah, but
you going to work though. You gotta get the fuck up.
Yeah. And then you looking at them motherfuckers like I hate y'all, right? Every morning, bro. You wake up. You wake up, you walk in like I hate these motherfuckers, bro. And then you just go through the motions. I turn my work scene into a TV show. So my shit like a movie every day. The shit funny as hell, but it still feel like my bond got paid when it's time to get off, bro. Look, what they call it, a work sale. You at your work sale.
Plantation.
What is it? A jail sale. Jail sale.
We call that shit
What's
the plantation.
In your body? What they trying to control? Your cells, stem cell research. You see, It's all about the cell, man. It's all about the cell. What you do to go to jail? You made a dope sale. See what? They ain't playing with us, man. These motherfuckers got codes for everything.
Hey, Huey.
I tell you can use what they call money which came from sale, which was and do nothing without using a money is purchase. How you gonna purchase something if somebody not selling it? You are within your sale, selling your soul with yourself, talking to yourself. This is what's going on, man. I'm telling y'all, man, this shit is a fucking trip.
And what they controlling? Your brain cells. See? It's always gonna be a sale involved, especially like you said, talking about money. Ain't no how we gonna if we quit exchanging money, what is it worth?
I see that.
If you came up to me and said, "I want to buy your car," I said, "It ain't for sale."
Sell your soul.
Tell a nigga he got to work for you for 7 years.
Period, point blank. And they money ain't worth shit. That was deep, Truth. Damn.
I mean, man, like I be feeling that, like as far as like man, this money shit is fictitious. I'm just under understanding that before that shit is done away with for real, it's gonna be a real revolution. This shit, it's gonna have to, because it's gonna have to be to the point where not only the people who is under the understanding that shit is fake and need to be done away with, it's gonna have to be a situation that force people that's been programmed that they're gonna have to do it. Like, like Black Wall Street, everybody love to talk about that and everything. But what we fail to realize is that a lot of those communities and shit, because it wasn't just Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was, it was a lot of places where like black folks was doing business and they was thriving, but it was almost forced because when nobody else fucked with them. So some people are gonna have to be forced to get the fuck up out of this monetary system. That's why I always say it's gonna have to be a revolution before any real change come. And the only way that change is gonna come is the same way that it was that this program was ushering in. It's gonna be some bloodshed.
But
that never happened.
Hey, hold up, man.
But you know what I'm saying?
I hope you ain't placing no hex on us, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna always be some form of monetary system, whether it's the barter system, whether it's I give you 3 oranges and you give me 5 apples. It's gonna always be some type of system, and always has been. Each system just replaces itself. Once you get tired of one, you say you're tired of this one, you're gonna go to another one, but it's still gonna be some type of barter. Facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But man, let me say this right quick.
All right, go ahead.
Let me say this one time. I think Huey is placing some type of hex on us, bro. I'm looking at his
Yeah,
screen,
man.
right?
I am working with my energy thing. You see that? You see this wheel right there? You see that? See that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So energy wheel. Okay, so what I'm doing is just making it move. So I'm operating my wind, my energy. They won't do nothing. See, there you go. Okay, man, let's go up. Man, come in. Wait a minute. Hold on one second. Wait, 1 minute. All right, now move. Wait. Nah, see how you do it, man. You learn how to do it or something.
Shit, why
Put
why
shit
y'all
into it.
bullshitting? We gonna fuck around and get on the live stream. Here, gonna be levitating.
To
For real,
everybody. Go ahead and say that, everybody.
in front of everyone. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah.
Drop, you crazy, dog.
I don't lie.
That
I tell you
nigga
honestly.
crazy. That ain't me, motherfucker.
I tell you honestly. I lie. You see, black and white, Hey, I know. They say a black, white male. You see? They look like male, but it's white. Let me see. Yeah. What the fuck is the spell? That spell? What you gonna do with a spell if you know how to work a spell? I really like this one too. I like this on the thing right here. You might see a bug run across the table or something. Watch you see. Look. Let me show you. Watch you. Come on. Move.
All right, so now let me say this while you do that, because it's gonna go right with it. We was talking about in the jungle, right? Now, if you was all the way connected with nature, right, you would be able to do shit like this. You would be able to have eagles flying around, right? Recording motherfucker surroundings. You would be able to have fish in the lake coming anywhere they go within the ocean. You know what I'm saying? You would be able to have tigers and apes attack your opposition. You would literally be on some Tarzan shit. You know what I'm saying? If you was all the way in tune. Now, if you're not all the way in tune, then any one of them things I said it just eat you alive.
Facts.
Yeah, that's facts. Because you ever seen that video of this old woman in the jungle? Is at nighttime. When lions and tigers. I mean, when lions in their
They
feeding
hunt.
frenzies,
Yeah.
when they hunt. She walking through a pride of 30-some lions at night, just like it's like a stroll in the park, and they won't come nowhere near.
Hey,
You know
can
what
I
I'm saying?
just jump in 1 second with that right there? Cause that was deep what you said. And it's basically, man, one thing that I'm under the understanding now with myself is that, we can search for all the answers and everything. And, that'll be a never ending search because it's so many answers that got to be answered. But where I'm at right now, it's like, it's what impression you leaving on with the people you running into. What type of impression? And, the past couple of weeks, I'm starting to notice that, the impression that I left on people, like going back damn near 20, 30 years, that I'm leaving on, like, man, man, I got so many homies, bro, that I ain't even know. Man, these Mars, they dropped in my names and songs and shit, and good though, it's letting me know that my footprint was a good footprint in their life, to the point where I ain't even around them, but they mention me in their music. Like my one homie yesterday sent me a song. He's like, man, T, man, like, bro, man, like the shit, the moves you was making this shit when we was younger, bro, that shit inspired me, bro, to the point I put you in a song, my nigga. I'm like, you put me in a song, my G? He like, yeah. I'm like, send that shit through. He bring up a story from back in like 2005 when I was on the train to Carbondale and shit. Like, man, bro, you was really in it. My other homie, the nigga that had me rapping back in the day, he's sending me music and shit. Like, bro, get back into the music, man. Man, we used to go hard back in the day. He's sending me songs and shit that we had. Then he's sending me his new shit. And then, the other people that I'm talking to, man, that I'm reaching out to and that's reaching out to me. And it's just like, the impressions that we leave on people, man, can last a lifetime, when you come in with good energy and shit. So, and that's the same thing with the lady. She left some type of good impression on that pride that it's comfortable for her to walk through that pride during nighttime, like you say, and that's the time when they in a feeding frenzy and shit. Well, another person might have walked through that pride. They don't even fucking know them. They gonna, that's good. That's free food. You feel me? So, it's all about protecting your spirit, but at the same time coming in with a spirit of love when you come into people's circle and shit. And you know, even if they in a bad spirit, hopefully, you know, your good spirit can rub off on them, that can humble them down and make them realize, like, you know what, this bad energy ain't where it's at. And you know, it's time that we just start letting that shit blow over our head. Like I was telling bro the other day, you know, I think me and Mines, I was on the panel. He was, and you know, he was dropping some real shit about like how, you know, there's always somebody that's gonna disagree with what you say, and they gonna want to get their opinion across, even if it's disrespectful. And I told him, I was like, yeah, bro, you right. But you know what I'm doing with that right now? I'm typing in hugs and hearts and shit. I'm giving niggas hugs. Like, I still love you, my nigga. You feel me? Like real
And
talk.
my
I love you. I love you,
And on
bro.
that shit, truth right there. What's truth about that is motherfuckers, you don't gotta disrespect somebody to say your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Once somebody troll me, like say I'm talking about yeah, I believe that clouds is man-made. And they say, nigga, cause you dumb as fuck. Nigga, how you gonna man make a cloud? Once they respond with that, it's like, hold on, bro. Just tell me why they not man-made. Don't disrespect me. Just be like, I'll be like they man-made, and then you say, no, the clouds really come from the water rising, la 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 la. So we can build type shit, but it'd be a lot of trolls out there that'd just blatantly push your button. So you get into a argumentative state trying to deliver your information versus a building state where okay, because like we was just building, right? We was talking about something and I was wrong, right? Just a fucking 20 minutes ago. What was we talking about? We was talking about damn, buzzkill, brain fart. Me and Huey was disagreeing on something, and I was like, "Yeah, Huey, you right." Now that we everything, you know what I'm saying? We was talking about the Bible or whatever, and the people were smarter than the people of today. And then
Yeah.
he said that, and then I was like, "Yeah, you right, bro." Now that you put it like that, versus
Yeah.
me keep trying to stand on my own nuts, like, no, no, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Be a lot of trolls that do that, and that's why they never learn shit. But y'all go ahead. My fault.
Yeah. Then they go back to what Truth was saying, you know, about the walking through the lines, you know, once you inch away all the fear in your life, that's when you become more powerful. You become a better you. You know, like everybody looking at Huey right now doing his thing. But see, I love it because Huey ain't afraid to be himself. You know, some people be insecure about doing this in front of people or shut. No, it ain't about that. If you're afraid to be you, then what the fuck are you here for? You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful what you're doing over there, Huey. You know what I'm saying? You just being you, brother.
And it
That's a
ain't no
great point,
beer
Lil
muscles.
Wayne.
Go ahead, knowledge.
No, I was saying that's a great point. You know what I'm saying? You got to be first and foremost comfortable in your own skin, your flesh. You know what I mean? Because if you're not, that's the same thing as kind of how, you know, we would speak on, you know, like the women with the makeup, and some of them, you know,
Mm-hmm.
kind of who overly does it, but still, you know, us as men, we still can be doing that same thing, masking shit, you know what I'm saying, just in different ways, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And then I remember that conversation with the women in the makeup. You know, all that stuff really
Peace,
don't
Q.
matter. All that stuff really don't matter because it's either you gonna accept her, somebody gonna choose her, if she might not be for you, but it don't make what she's doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? If she want to do that to herself, she's more than welcome to do whatever you want in your life. Nobody can stop you. So it's not my point to judge her if she wear makeup, if she put weave in her hair, if she do that. Let her be you. Let her be her. But if I want someone opposite of that, then I choose some opposite. I don't criticize and downgrade her.
Hey, can
Exactly.
she
And
wear it
that's
for?
no,
Hey,
my
can she
bad.
wear it for? No, this just a subliminal message to Flat. Can she wear it for 40 days?
If she want to, that's her choice.
Right. And
No, I
that's
was
what I
just touching back on the old
Yeah.
topic we were talking about. But go ahead, Truth. That shit was
Nah,
funny as hell.
I'm with bro on that. You know, man. Like I tell women in a raw, I be like, man, you know, man, you beautiful just the way you are. But if you wanna, if you wanna wear makeup and that make you feel good about yourself, then do it. You know, you wanna add the weave, you wanna do this, I support you. But in my eyes, you beautiful just the way you are. You know, the creator never made no mistake. Everything he made is beautiful inside and out. It's up to you to be able to tap in that, to realize that. So I just try to give them encouragement. But whatever they choose, I respect it and I let them know that. But I also just let them know, like, hey, baby, you beautiful just the way you are. You know, never forget that.
Man, I don't even see none of that, bro. I look dead in your soul, bro. You can look like fucking Beyonce, right? And be the ugliest person in the world to me. Listen, I look you dead in your soul, and whatever type of person you is, rather the outer appearance, I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? I look, who is you? What's your morals like, right? I don't care about no nails done. I don't care about no
Mm-hmm.
or none of that shit. If you're a beautiful soul, you're a beautiful soul. If you're an ugly soul, you can't mascara that shit away. You ugly, bro.
Yeah, cause of
Go ahead.
Hey,
yeah,
that,
cause
hey,
a woman's actions, exemplify her beauty. Her actions. Not what she look put on, not the dress, but her actions, how she carry herself.
word, bro. Actions speak louder than words. But what's good with y'all, man? I've been trying to get in for a minute. What's up, True?
What's big
Peace,
Q? Come on
peace,
now.
Q.
KOI.
Peace,
What up,
Empress.
you?
Q, what up, bro? What up,
Word
bro?
up. What's good? Hey, I see Empress hopped on too. What's up,
Peace
Empress?
to the
What's up, y'all?
family. Peace panel. Peace chat.
Hey,
Hi,
Q.
everyone.
You.
Hey, man, I ain't mean to cut you out. We was on that panel the other day, but I kind of felt like, man, man,
Oh no, you was
yeah,
good, bro. You
yeah,
was good, man. You you
I,
you put it in better words than I could, man.
yeah, and I know you, bro, and I just had to let them know, like, hey, this is what it really is and shit. From a respect standpoint. I know my brother, man. All that you assuming, like, that ain't bro. Sometimes people get caught up in their feelings with battles they fighting with other people and shit. But I'm in the same position, bro. If a motherfucker make me choose sides, I'm gonna step back and choose my own side.
Facts, bro. And that's the only
Mic
point. That's
drop.
the only point I was trying to get
Mm-hmm.
across that day too, man. Real shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hey, and that show you a motherfucker ain't a follower and no standpoint. Like leaders hang with leaders and followers follow them leaders. If you try to make a leader follow you, he just gonna attach himself from you. Now, if you try to lead with that man, let him control his path, you control your path, and y'all just bring y'all path together. Sort of like the African dogs when they hunt, right? It'd be like 100 of them, right? Them motherfuckers split up, right? They split up to capture the motherfucker in the center, right? That's how they stalk their prey. They wouldn't be able to do that if they wasn't all leaders and followers. You see what I'm saying? So you got the head of the pack. Okay, this who we gonna rock with, bro. We rocking with him, right? Now, if you got another leader, he need his own path. He's not gonna rock with him, so he got to take his own path. Couple people follow him. That's where you get the devil concept from. Back to the title of the story. So you got they got us following the devil and they got us following God to come to one center point, which is the pray, and that's why they tell us to pray. But go ahead.
Hey, bro. Hey, goddamn, yo. That's some deep shit because I just thought about it, man. It's like the old saying, man. Too many chiefs and not enough Indians. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, everybody want to lead, and then like as soon as you come with a different point, it's like, okay, what you rocking with me or you rocking with this guy? Like, man, nah, like, you know what I'm saying?
See,
I
but
could say,
that's when the lioness step in and have to call the shots. When the lions can't stop fighting, and that's when women like me are so frightened. Men are frightened of me. Some men are frightened of me because of how powerful and how outspoken I am, and that's kind of like, sorry to interrupt you, Quinn, but that was like perfect for me to say that because um that's what I experienced. I've been single. Why? Because men are intimidated, and not all the men that I've been dealing with, but a lot of them. And it's because they see me and they're like, oh shit, she's she's
They
alpha
don't want
and
to
omega.
crown you.
Like what?
They don't want to. They don't want to crown you with the
They don't
Chitara at
want to
least.
crown me. They don't,
Right.
because you know why? Because their crown is so far up their ass that they can't even get it out. They can't crown their own damn self. I'm sorry. There's a song by Sister Aisha. Any Rasta will know this song. It's called Wait a Minute. Okay. If you look it up, she's like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Like, she's like, wait a minute. You were just walking around here with your head held high, your crown was on, you were chanting, hailing this, hailing that, and now all of a sudden someone took away your crown and you're crying now. You're not going to step up on your feet and be the man that you should be or woman you should be. Like, she calls people out in that song, and that, that it does bring me a lot of strength. And one more thing I'm going to say, and then I'll exit the mic, is the makeup thing. So I usually don't wear makeup, right? That's just how I've been for years now. I used to in high school or whatever, but yesterday I decided I want to wear makeup, right? And this is like, I don't wear makeup. Like, I don't wear makeup. Sometimes I'll have a photo shoot, I'll wear makeup. But like yesterday I was like, you know what? I feel like I want to wear makeup. And I put on a little makeup, and I was like, I felt I had it on. And then after a while, I was like, oh my God, I got to take this shit off. Like, I could feel it too much. It just didn't feel natural. It just didn't feel comfortable. So it gets to the point where that mask is going to get so uncomfortable that you have to take it off. There's no
I
choice.
think I think you supposed to do
And to
it like
support what you
this.
said,
Hold on, right quick, one sentence. I think it's called a dress up period and a dress down period. It's a time for that shit, and it's a time for not that shit. Some people do that shit every day. But go ahead, bro.
and what you saying about the men, I can respect that, sister. It's not just that the men you come around don't want to put in a crown. It's just you love yourself so much you refuse to settle for those men around. So
that.
once that energy come over you, and that's that guy, you'll know it. You know what I'm saying?
See,
Most women don't love themselves, so they settle for a man. Where I settle for this and I try to
right,
change this in them.
right.
That's not the
And
way it go.
it's and you're harming. I don't want to say you're harming yourself either way, but there are consequences each way you take, each path you take. Like, I tried to settle, I tried to compromise, I tried to, allow him to take the lead, and that shit was not working. So when
But
I decided to
see,
take the
Empress,
lead,
you
that's
you
when
are
I
alpha though. You know what I'm saying?
that's
So
what, yeah. And some men, a lot of Rasta men, let me tell you this, a lot of Rasta men, they frown on that shit. Okay. And I don't hail Rastafari anymore. But when I did, I was always in my, only the ones that wanted to have one quick night with me were the ones interested in me, but never any for a serious relationship. Why? Because all them Rasta men that I was dealing with back in the day did not have their crowns on properly. So that's my conclusion now. Back then, I thought something was wrong with me, and so I left town. I was like, forget this. I'm gonna go deal with myself. I'm gonna go till my land. I'm gonna go, And through it all, I'd been single most of the time because I was. You're right. You're so right, Flat Payne, because it's crucial. It's like if they can't handle themselves, they can't handle the next woman. Not even a
Mhm.
broken woman.
Hey, but Empress, see, that's the difference, though. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with an alpha female like yourself and shit, the male in comparison has to be an alpha himself. Like you said, he gotta, you know what I'm saying? Whether he
Well, they
got
got to be
this
an
in the
alpha
crown or whatever,
omega.
you
They
still
got
gotta
to
be
be
in
a
the weather
balance.
channel.
They got to be a balance, because if they too much alpha, same way with women though. We have to be a balance within himself. And what someone said about Huey and Drop and how they contrast each other with, because they're one's like, because he was always like full of energy, and Drop is real mellow, and that's the balance. I want to just I think I have a different idea of that, because Huey, if you just watched him, he was moving that paper, that foil, with his stillness, with his mind. He had to be in a still place where he wasn't overexcited. He had to hone his energy. He had to embrace whatever that
Hey, hey,
electricity that he had
hey,
outside,
Empress.
inside, and that's
Hey,
the
I'm gonna
balance.
let you finish, Empress. Keep finishing. But
Okay.
no, they was talking about our delivery. They weren't talking about our mindset. They was talking about how, like,
It's
listen,
one
God, da 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 da,
one
versus,
of the
hey,
things.
what's up, bro? You know what I'm
One
saying?
of
So
the
they was
things.
like, the
Exactly.
deliveries brought it together. But go ahead, finish.
I feel you. It was just an
And
example, because he's
but still in
he's
all,
showing
I
his
feel
balance. That's all I'm saying.
right. Yeah, I'm showing my balance. How I can be this firecracker, but I can still be the balance in the court where I don't never have to beef with nobody. I can be the voice of reasoning at all time, no matter how energetic that I am. Because the balance in me, like this is what you got to realize when dealing with balance, right? When you're dealing with balance in life, you got to know that you need some negative in your life. This is why, like, I get so much positive on my eating and stuff. When I go too far and don't have no negative around me, it's bad. So I might have to backslide and do some negative, whether I go to the club or drink me a beer or fucking whatever I can do low vibrational. You feel what I'm saying? I have to get in some low vibrational charge, whether I'm gonna go around somebody who definitely don't agree with the shit that I'm on, because it balances me out. Because other than that, I'd be too fucking high. I'd be walking around like, well, you know, I'd be really walking around this motherfucker like, nigga, I'm him. See, when I keep myself balanced, I'd be like, I'm them, I'm me, I'm him. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference, bro.
And it takes away the judgmental. And it takes away the judgment and everything, because I can't judge it because I am there.
Right. And the thing is
Right.
this right here, you know, a lot of people love to use this line, steel sharpening steel, but a lot of they steel is dull because, you know, people lack this humbleness. And I think a lot of beefs and misunderstanding come from beliefs. You feel me? The thing is, you know, man, like Dojo. You feel me? I love building with the brother because me and him will be rapping like damn near every day off the chats, you know, or we'll do a live and we sharpen steel for real because it be understandings that I'm not even under the understanding that he'll break it down so good to me that it's like, damn, I understand. And that's that humbleness in me and shit. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, the disrespect and, you know, the beast be coming because of those beliefs. And it's like, you know, you can't disrespect someone else's beliefs, even if you don't believe that. You feel me? You have your beliefs, they have their beliefs, but you know that humbleness and understanding can help you look past that and help you step out the box and be like, well, you know, if this what this brother believe, let me sit back and look and get an understanding. Damn, you know what, bro? That was some deep shit. Let me go back up in this book and reread this shit because I didn't see that. I didn't see that message clearly. And I want to better understand it now because now I heard you out of respect and humbleness, the respect I got for you. It makes me want to double back on my understanding. And it'd be the same with me. Like, you know, like we was speaking about the Anubis, the dogs of Egypt and shit. And he had to understand it. And he started dropping shit that I wasn't even understanding. I'm like, damn, that was deep. And then I dropped what I had about the Anubis. And he like, damn, that was deep. I got to look in it and see. That's that humbleness and respect. And, you know, we got to start coming from that light, you know, because two people is never going to always agree on everything. If that was the case, this would be a boring ass world. We are all made different and we are all under the mindset of making our own choices and having our own thoughts. But you know what, though? I might have the answers to this, but he can fill in the blanks on what I don't have the answers to. He might have the answers to that, but I might can fill in the blanks where he don't have the answer to. And that's the true definition of steel sharpening steel. You feel me? But it's not a lot. It's not a lot of that going around. And that's the reason why the panels I do jump on, I jump on. Like I jump in Huey shit. I jump in knowledge shit. You feel me? I build with certain brothers up off of this shit and sisters as well. Because, you know, man, it's all about that humbleness. And when you got that humbleness in you, the respect gonna come naturally and it's all organic and it's gonna flow like still water. And that steel gonna come out sharp as fuck that you can motherfucking just look at a banana with the steel and shit is just gonna slice itself. You feel me?
Mic drop.
Hey, True, can I add that real quick, bro? Real quick.
Trap play so goddamn. Hey, that was a mic drop.
He said something deep. I want to add something to one point he made, man.
That was cold.
Still sharp and still. See,
then that nigga said that dog blade don't sharpen nothing though. You gotta catch the gem. Keep going, Quentin.
Yeah, but see, with steel sharper than steel, what a lot of people overlook and shit, like to be a good sword and shit, you need water as well as heat. Because if you got too much heat and shit, goddamn, the sword will be too brittle and shit, and it's gonna break anyway and shit. Yeah, so you gotta have an equal balance with everything and shit. So man, yeah, that was deep, bro.
Hey, now let's tie this shit into a relationship.
That is a huge fact right there. Quentin, I'm sorry, but that is huge because the samurai, okay, so that's deep because when you're building a blade, it's alchemy, right? Because you're using steel, you're using water, you're using fire, using air. That shit's deep. You're talking about the elements. And then not only that, but they're wielding something for battle, for war. So it's like that's why they tell the samurai, or when you get to a certain point in your training, that you have to build your own sword, that you have to wield your own sword. I mean, wow,
Hey,
that's deep. That was deep.
now,
Thanks, Chris.
now guess what, y'all? Now that it's still yin and yang, because the thing that's sharpening your steel is not sharp. Ain't that insane? It's duller than the. You know what I'm saying? Your knife sharpener is not sharp. It's just a smooth surface that sharpens the blade. You understand what I'm saying? So you still need that balance. But let's tie all this into a relationship. Now look, if you're in a relationship, right, you gotta figure out who the leader for real. Like dudes gotta take their crown off if she more of a leader, vice versa. Now boom. On a male side, you cannot take the opinion away from a woman. On a woman's side, you cannot take the leadership away. Now, if the roles are reversed, it still applies the same way. Then the woman can't take the opinions from the man, and the man can't take your leadership away. Now, once you do that, it causes a conflict. Now, we ain't even dealing with the who paying the bills or who controlling the budget or matter of fact, scratch all that because I took it all the way to a whole nother topic. Yeah, just scratch that.
Nah,
Y'all
that was
go
deep.
ahead.
That was deep there because you know, because we've been trained where relationships is supposed to be. You know, when you're dealing with a man and a woman, you're dealing with two different gods. So they have their own worlds, and they choose to share theirs with yours, and you choose to share yours with theirs. So it ain't really no leader. It may be some points where a man had to take a lead, maybe some point when a woman had to take the lead. Y'all just have to have understanding within each other.
Facts. Because like you saying, we could be planting a garden, who get the lead, right? But then we gotta
Mm.
go hiking and we gotta defend off shit. Who supposed to be hacking the weeds then? I'm supposed to be in front hacking these jungle weeds. Now if we planting this, I ain't supposed to be like, do it like this. I can do it better. That's what fucks a lot of relationships up. Just because you can do it better, you're not the one calling a play. That's what fucks a lot of football and basketball teams up. Motherfuckers ain't following. You understand? It's a code to this shit on when it's supposed to be happening. Just because, all right, say you and your girl know how to change your alternator, right? You supposed to change the goddamn alternator, period. And they're not supposed to be like, I can change it too. We know you can change it. That's not the point. It seemed like this is my role on the team we built. You see what I'm saying? And once people forget their roles and try to do the same role, how we gonna do the same role?
But see,
The
that's what
title.
that's what I'm going back. See, that's what I'm going back to. Sir Drop. You know,
Yeah, we can't.
we've been trained on what your role is. You know, if she can change that damn alternator, let her change it. I'm just saying, it's everybody contributes.
Yeah.
Everybody.
My sister changed my oil. Let me tell you, her husband and her came over.
I'm
She just had a
saying,
baby. She just had a
no, I'm
newborn
saying,
baby. And she said she wanted to change my oil. I said, wait a minute, sister. You just had a baby. Let your husband do it. She's like, no, I got it. That's my
was
sister.
was the husband there?
The husband was there watching
The
her,
husband
making
was
sure
supposed to
on.
say, "Hey, look." No, the husband was supposed to say, "You
But
dope as hell on them oil
but who
changes,"
told?
but I
But who
got it.
told us?
Now, hold on,
But
hold
who?
on, hold on. Let me say this right quick. Now, say you gluing some fucking extensions in, right? Just because the husband know how to do it, he
Fuck
supposed to
yes.
just
Let
be
me tell
like,
you. Let me tell you this. My
"No, she
brother-in-law.
supposed to do
Hold
it if
up.
she
Hold up.
there."
Hold up. I'm about
No,
to
I'm
drop the
saying if
mic
she
right now.
there.
Excuse me?
I said if both of them is there, right? Just because he
Okay.
know how to polish
Okay.
fingernails, I
I got
think the
two.
female should do it.
I got
And
two
just
But
stories.
see, that's
because
that role. That's that role stuff. You know, that's the
Okay.
stuff we've been
no, they
trained in.
both is
Okay. Well, hold up.
equally qualified. I'm saying
Hold
we
up.
talking equal.
Right.
Okay,
Yes. Equally qualified. Now look, her husband accompanied her here. But she insisted on doing the oil change. And I love my sister. She is alpha like me. And her husband knows this. And that's why they work. Because he's able to humble himself and say, you know what? Yeah, she is the one who is, kind of running the show here. And my sister wanted to help me. I was like, you know what? it empowered me. So she's teaching me now how to change my own oil. So I don't even have to ask anybody, which is
See,
great.
that's
The
facts.
next thing
That's
I want to
dope.
say, the next thing I want to say on the other tip is my brother-in-law, which is my other sisters. I got 3 sisters. My other sister is married to this man. Okay, this my brother-in-law. He used to be in the military. He used to be in boxing. He's a big guy, whatever. Guess what he does? Okay, he is a music producer now. He's a music producer. He has his own music thing going on. But his side job, he's a photographer. But he's also a makeup artist. He also can put extensions in. He also can do your nails and put your nails together and do all that he's done that to my sister. He put her through this huge photo shoot several times because he needed all these sample shots. He did her makeup full on. He is nowhere near gay. He is married happily to my sister. But the fact that he can be so in tune with his own masculinity and femininity that he doesn't feel ashamed or it's more empowering. The fact that he can do eyeshadow perfect on both eyes, that's a skill. And it doesn't mean you're
Nah,
gay.
I
And
won't.
it
But
doesn't mean, in my opinion, and I know y'all have your opinions, but this
no,
is
I
my
just
experience.
no.
That's
So
real. That's
more
real
power
though,
to those
because
people who
Bruh.
can, to those men who can brush their
Nah,
little
that don't
girl's
make
hair
it.
and put braids in it. That's all I'm saying, is that there's nothing to be
Yeah.
ashamed of. That's all I'm saying. Paint
ain't
your
nothing wrong.
little
Ain't nothing wrong
toenail.
with
She'll
that.
love you forever.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's real. You know what I'm saying? Because each person has a role. Each person has a speciality. More than likely when you're in a spirit choosing a relationship, you're gonna choose somebody that can bring a trait to you that you don't have. So we get caught up in what a man's supposed to do, what a woman's supposed to do. A woman telling the man, "Well, you're not being a man." Well, how you gonna tell him how to be a man when you never stood up and pissed? How you gonna tell you how to be a woman when I've never did what you did? But each person has to collectively accept each other as who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Right now back to my point. Now we back to my point. Don't take the opinion away from the leader. Now, boom, the leader supposed to be like, Art. If my girl know how to change the oil, right, and I know how to change the oil, and she go to change the oil, right, I'm supposed to be like, babe, you want me to take care of that? And if she say, no, I got it, I gotta respect that. If
Mm-hmm.
I ain't supposed to be like,
Yeah,
no, I ain't supposed to be changing the oil. No, that because it seemed like my point had got switched to like some male chauvinist shit.
I feel
Listen,
you.
I'm saying like if I'm washing the dishes and my girl be like, babe, I got that, and I be like, I know how to do it too. You know what I'm saying? She supposed to be like, okay, my nigga washing the dishes. You dig what I'm saying? Nah, I told you I got it. Boom. Now that's what you saying, Flat. When people taking these roles on too far, they taking the
Mm-hmm.
role too far.
Like
Like she
who say a
said,
man can't wash dishes? Who said a woman can't
period.
change the oil? Who
Who
says,
said a man can't change a diaper? Who said
yeah.
a woman can't jump a car? Who said right? Exactly. That's the whole point. But I'm saying, far as tied into a relationship, if y'all mess together, y'all both probably can do everything together for real. There's nothing you gonna have on her. There's nothing she gonna have on you after 20 years of a relationship. She gonna learn everything about you. You gonna learn everything about her, and y'all gonna be able to do everything. So now the roles come into play. How are we gonna do it to
What
make
if
the play work?
what if just do everything together? Like when she house cooking. When she in the house cooking, then y'all
I'ma
in the
learn.
house cleaning. What if you go to work, your wife go to the same business because it's a family business. House, my girl, she cleaning, she doing things
You
that
break it
I
up
can
here.
paying to help her to do. She helping. I'm breaking up.
Yeah.
My bad. Y'all can
All
hear me?
right, now I said everybody mute their mic. It might come through crispy. Go ahead, Hugh.
It might be it might be the signal because it's raining down here real bad, so it might be the signal too.
Hey, so my
Because
mom, my
I
mom
know
said,
that y'all been talking. Every time I spoke, y'all was just talking over. So I figured myself. But yeah, y'all going in though.
Oh
Red
no, we
Square said,
weren't talking to you.
that most women want a weak man. That's how they want to be on equal.
No, I've been a teacher.
A weak man.
Some women love a weak man. Shit, you know, somebody for everybody.
Because it's
No,
a
you're right.
strong woman for that weak man.
You're right. You're right
Yeah,
because women like to fix men. Like some women, they want to know how to fix a man. Trust me, I try. Like unintentionally, was doing that. Like where I see a man who was kind of broke or not broken. Like how can I say he's broken, right? Like I would be like, oh, this man needs love, okay? And so I would love him, but because that's like that's just me. Like I have so much love to give, and I would love him, but then it was the consequence. You know what I mean? It's like you can't just do that. Like you can't just what's it when you were being like a
I can tell you
where you're assisting their grief or you're assisting their weakness. I forget what word that is, but it's like when you're being a facilitator, right? You're facilitating their weaknesses, and I didn't realize that until a lot later, and that's why I was like, hold up, I need to reevaluate what type of men I'm allowing in my life, because I can't have no man who's broken emotionally. I mean, I understand, like, I'll be your friend, we'll work shit out, you know, but we need to work these things out before we can go to the next level. This is what I'm learning now. This is me talking now, not yesterday. You feel me?
yeah, that
So,
was that wounded bird syndrome.
oh man.
hey, I
And you
caught
know
it.
what? I am my bird, my spirit animal is a bird and a butterfly. So it's very hard to home, you know. It hits but it's very spiritual too, and I can I don't want to put those major walls up, and this is one of the reasons why I'm jumping on the panels again, because I need to hear my voice too, you know. And
What it sound like to me, when I be listening to your spirit, it seems like you get that because you know some women are natural healers. So maybe you have a healing spirit. You know, you see something sick and you want to heal it. You know what I'm saying?
thank you. Yeah, it is in my family. Like I have healers in my family. That's the truth. And so I am a descendant of my ancestors, and as they are healers. So just getting in tap more with that and what that is. But then, you know, because that's a journey, that's your own personal journey.
Hmm.
Sometimes you have to take that journey alone indefinitely, you know? So what does that mean? Will I have a relationship? You know what I mean? Like, will there be something that
What?
that will, like, will there be a man? Let me just get this one thought out. Will there be a man who will be strong or stable, balanced, you know, all those words enough to allow me to go on that journey that I need to fulfill? You feel me? Like, to bring the ancestors forward. Yeah.
Hmm. You know, maybe you being in your healing state, maybe the you have different relationships every day all your life. It's just the time of the relationship that you're putting on it. Will it be a timely relationship? You know, but you know, maybe you're just that soul that like you got the healing spirit. Maybe that's your purpose is to heal. You know.
I wanted to add something to one of the points she made. 'Cause she went deep, and it's like, man, for an alpha female, a lot of times they ended up getting caught up in the dudes trapping shit without knowing it. Cause see, I feel what you're saying and shit. It is chicks out there that, you know what I'm saying, I see a dude down and out and be wanting to lift him up and try to change him and this and that. But see, a lot of times those guys play that role and shit because hell, they cool with being dick on the side. Like, let's say like her life is like a full entree or full course meal or whatever. Well, the dude the dude in her life, he just basically the side dish. He dick on the side, you know, the dessert. And hell, he cool with that and shit, cause it's like, man, he straight. She got her shit going on or whatever. Hell, she gonna help me out. You know, I'm down and out and this and that. So, you know, hell, and I see that a lot. Like, you know, just right around where I'm at and shit. Where a dude, you know what I'm saying, won't be working this and that, ain't trying to get a job, old lady damn holding everything down and shit like that there. And you know, they treat it, it's a relationship, but you know, in reality, yeah, nigga, you just dick on the side. But yeah,
hmm
yeah,
And then, don't feel bad about it, Empress. You know what I'm saying? Because everything has a purpose. Everything has a season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel you. I'm it's a growth, and um I can only do as best as I can do, and I'm patient with myself. I've got lots of things to keep me busy and occupied. Where'd you put that blower? I don't know. Hold on, son. And so, I appreciate though that you guys dialogue with me about it, because like sometimes when you're seeing, like when you're talking to one guy and you get his perspective, it's different getting different males' perspectives at once. It's quite beneficial actually, and it's
And
it's
then
rare, it's rare that you can do that. But I know everyone listening will be getting what I'm getting. But the fact that I can actually ask you guys questions, and that's for me is very important, apparently.
and the thing to take the load off yourself is whatever you've done in life, no matter how somebody treated it or accepted it, long as you did it from the heart and you did it in its purest form of giving of yourself, you have nothing to worry about. You can't. It's not your business how they accepted it or how they used it. What you gave of yourself, long as you keep it pure within yourself. So those men that you say you may have heard of, whatever, don't worry about that. As long as you gave pure of yourself, everything else will fall into place.
Yeah, because when it boiled down to it, even if shit go wrong, never down yourself when you did the right thing. They didn't do what the fuck they was supposed to do. So that's gonna be something they gonna have to deal with when the universe do its magic and come back to their ass about that shit. But as long as you did what you did, even though shit be hurting, just know that your heart was in the right place and your mind and your intent was right. And just never doubt yourself. Because eventually, it would be that person that see that and would respect that and cherish that. And honestly, the people that took advantage of that in the long run, when that universe come back to them and kick them in their ass, they gonna sit back and remember that and be like, damn, I let that one get away, and it's gonna fuck them up and eat them up for the rest of their life.
Yeah, and you gotta get past this. Like you gotta okay, this motherfucker ain't on this level yet, right? So you gotta like give him a pass on fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? If not, it it'd be hard to get a motherfucker on your level. You know what I mean?
and that's real talk, man. That's real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? He gotta be able to understand that you are alpha and shit. And he got to be an alpha himself. Like I was saying earlier, you know what I'm saying? But with a lot of guys, it's a thin line between being an alpha male and being, an arrogant male. You know what I'm saying? Because, hell, a lot of times we let our ego and shit get in the way. And it's like, man, hell, I got to be the man and shit. Hell, I'm holding shit down or whatever. And hell, you with a chick that's, doing basically the same as you. She got her career and this and that. A lot of guys, they can't handle that. But see that's the difference of shit versus putting your arrogance to the side and saying I can still be an alpha with her, or just saying, you know what, yeah, I just can't do it and shit. You know what I'm saying? So hell yeah, man, it worked both ways and shit. Both parties got to be strong.
Facts. And that's what you say about timing. I think timing's crucial. Like, yeah, man, I timing is just a huge part of it, I think. Because if you meet the right person and it's like the totally the wrong time, like you're 5 years, you know, off or some shit, then you're like, okay, timing. But you at least you connected with this person and you were able to, stay connected with them or whatever the case may be. But I'm a firm believer about timing. So I just let things fall where they lay. I'm not trying, to search anything out as far as, that's concerned. I take care of me, I take care of mine, I take care of, my everyday, and what comes to me comes to me. And I'm not trying to
The
search
right balance
anything.
you so balanced that you don't you don't just look at the negative or positives and shit. So you really looking for a balanced person, just like you said. If they're not coming in with balance, you gonna see that they're too positive and they ain't gonna have enough negative side to even have a fun. You feel what I'm saying? They're gonna be so like, yo, a too positive motherfucker is too stuck up their ass. Like, you feel me? They walk around with a hard one up on their ass, man. For real, they don't know how to sit down and enjoy life and really how to kick back and like breathe. You know, you gotta learn how to fucking breathe and live, man, and enjoy the good and the bad in situation, and just find a even space at. Once you find that space, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. We all searching for it because we've been on the journey of positive and negative. But we do is talk about like the balance. It's crazy. Like y'all was talking about the whole. Right? Let's go back to the topic.
Hey Huey, 1 sec, bro. Hey,
Go
damn,
ahead.
vegan and Mike trying to get the link, bro. They've been trying to get in for a minute now, bro. My bad.
I know. I put the link in the back. I put the link in the back. I done sent it to Fat Vegan like 3 times too, and I sent it in Discord. I don't know why his email not working. Mike, put your email in, bro. I can send it directly to your email. You put your email in, or you can just hit the link. I just put the link in the back. That's how y'all all got on, right, through the link.
Yeah, I clicked right on the link and shit, man. But I don't know. I guess it ain't working. I don't know. But hell
So
No.
let me
If
tell
they
you,
if they click on that link in the chat, when you click on it, you got to go to your internet options and choose desktop site. When you choose desktop site, then to take it to the Hangouts through the link, and you just go click the little box and proceed and do it like that. But if you click the link on the chat, once you get in it, go to your internet options and choose desktop site.
Cool. But yeah, like I was saying about the y'all was talking about the balance. This go back to what we was talking about with the title was talking about God and the devil, because they both got a hold on us, right? They both got so much control where they let each other have their way. You feel what I'm saying? It's like they got a relationship with each other to let world operate how they going to that have it operate, for instance. Like they ain't biased on a good and bad situation. It's like the feminine and the masculine, bro. It's the same shit that's going on. You gotta let them be, and you gotta let the man be as well, because men don't see. You know what's so funny? Men are the way that they are because when they get emotional, they don't understand that they are tapping into their feminine side and they being emotional like a woman. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the feminine side, and the woman be the masculine side. Like, man, I don't want to hear that shit or whatever it is. Like, man, it always a flip flop to both sides, man. And once you
Hey,
realize that you always dealing with both sides of the table, double time.
hey, it's crazy you said that, man. And this go back to that steel sharpening steel. And when I was rapping with Big Bro, he brought me into some understanding. See, people love to talk about the God and the devil, but let's deal with the devil. Before he was the devil or Satan, it was Lucifer. Who is Lucifer? Lucifer was the most prettiest angel with the best voice, most powerful, right there next to God. Lucifer didn't become Satan until he went against God and was cast down. So right now, what's going on in this world? You have Satan coming to you in the form of Lucifer with all those attributes about itself, which is so easy to be deceived because Satan is the greatest deceiver. So Satan is coming to you in this old form of self because he never lost those attributes. The only thing that made him Satan was the deceitfulness and him going against the word of God and going against God. So he's going to come to you as Lucifer, the most prettiest, the best voice, tell you all the right thing. But at the same time, you dealing with Lucifer because you dealing with Satan. Because right now you're being deceived and don't even know it. And that's the story about Jesus when he went through when he fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. He came to him as Lucifer, but he was trying to deceive him as Satan. And Jesus didn't fall for Satan. He stayed in the know of what he already was under the understanding. So you got to be able to watch these spiritual demons. These spiritual demons is real. You got to be able to stay in that neutral and behind that neutral on the right side. So know the difference between Lucifer and Satan. See, me, I'd rather deal with Lucifer. But at the same time, with dealing with Lucifer and understanding the knowledge of Lucifer, it's easy for me to point out the Satan up inside of that shit. And I ain't fucking with Satan. But you know, I'm going to leave that right there, though.
Hey, that's deep truth. I want to add something to that, man, because damn, man. The way I look at God versus the devil, I look at it similar to the way you put it, similar to the way that Huey put it earlier. But at the same time, I think it's me. I'm God and the devil, you know what I'm saying? But the dividing line is me, you know what I'm saying? Because I can be a God or I can be a devil, you know what I'm saying? And then everything in creation been put here for me. What I do with it and shit, that's the dividing line and shit. Like, I'll give you an example, like a pencil. I can use a pencil and shit and write a beautiful song. Or I can use that pencil and poke your eyes out. You know what I'm saying? It's up to me. You know what I'm saying? But the pencil is just a pencil. It's not good or bad. It's not God or the devil. Hell, that comes down to me. You know what I'm saying? But here, I pass the mic.
I mean,
Right,
you know me.
bro.
I'm
Let me-
coming as
Let's welcome Mike.
My bad, bro.
Did Gary leave? No. Let me welcome Mike and Gary to the panel real quick, man. Appreciate y'all brothers for coming through, man. Mike, you just dropped the gem with them numbers, bro. You know I love them numbers, my G. You just dropped the ill gem, bro.
I mean, yeah, man. Shout out to you, Hugh. Shout out to the people on the panel, man. Shout out my dogs, man. Truth, what up?
What's
Dojo,
good, Mike? What's the
Sir Drop.
word?
What up, Mike?
Shit, man. And Hugh, I love them numbers too, man, because people don't realize, man, just how important that is. They say money make the world go round. It's really numbers. That shit universal. Like, I know, but like, y'all get what I'm saying. Go on, here, Bill. I'm jump in. I'm just eating this food and shit.
Hey, I'm gonna piggyback on what Q said, but hey, Mike, man, I've been waiting on your call, man. Make sure you get at me, bro.
Oh yeah, I was gonna call you today. I'm glad I seen you jumped
Yeah.
on. I was in the back chat and I seen you jumped on a little early. I'm like, cool. I was gonna holler at my boy and then we can link.
I got a list of shit for you, man. You feel me? Like I say, just call me when we get up off of this and shit.
Oh
Man,
yeah,
we
and
gonna
I've been
rap.
looking into that stuff too, so I could be hipped on the conversation and shit. Just looking at the basics. I know you're gonna give me that real shit, but you know I was looking at that basics too. Like I'm taking this shit serious.
Oh yeah, you know it's like Yo Gotti back in the day. We back to the basics, baby. You feel me? That's where you got to start from. You feel me?
On game.
on baby, no, you feel me? But back to what Q was saying, like, yeah, hey Q, what you saying that is deep. You are the God and the devil of yourself. And what makes you, which ones that make you which way you go is how your outlook on life and how you walk through life. And you know, like I say, after I had that conversation with bro, see, the church had, like, I don't even deal with church or religion. So I don't want nobody to think I'm some Bible thumping ass nigga or whatever. But yeah, I do read that Bible and I take the messages up out of it. But I don't fuck with no church or no religion whatsoever. But you know, with that being said, it had me thinking that Lucifer and Satan was the same thing. That just let me know that the church was Satan and shit because they was being deceitful when they was dropping that message. See, like I told bro, I'm trying to be in the Lucifer state. I want to be that. I want to be that angel that God looked up to and you know the other angels looked up to. Like, damn, you know, walking in the right path and shit. You know, where like my energy is so strong that it leave a footprint on a person's life, even in the afterlife. You feel me? But I consider myself the Archangel Michael. You feel me? I'm waiting on Satan. I'm looking out for Lucifer. And when I say I'm looking out for Lucifer, I'm looking out for people that's in the mindset of Satan, but they realize they want to come back into the graces and shit up under the Lucifer state. So come here, I got you. But you come in with that Satan shit, I'm like the Archangel Michael. I'm slicing shit the fuck up like the movie Legion. So I'm rolling on that. That's my new name, nigga. I'm Michael around this motherfucker and shit. But as when the war is over, I'm trying to get in that Lucifer state because, like you say, bro, we both one and the same. And at any given time, I can be a deceiver, but that'll be a choice that I have to make. So I try to stay away from those thoughts of being deceitful, and just try to be in my truest form as possible and just give people the real. Even if it hurt them, I'm gonna give you the truth, even if you like it or not. And that's me being true to myself. That's keeping me in that God-like form because I never want to fall out of that graces into that Satan shit and ever deceive any of my brothers or my sisters or anybody that I know. And with that being said, that let me know that my footprint in their life that I stepped in this shit will always be true, and they'll always remember me for that. And that was that shit I was saying earlier. I didn't realize, you know, some of the moves that I was making and shit, and how I deal with people on my path for life and shit, how it stuck with them and stayed with them until my brothers started reaching out to me, and you know, we bumping heads and shit, and we talking. When I say bumping head, I mean we class, like that's just like lingo saying, you know, I linked up with them and shit, and we rapping. You feel me? And you know, and that's what it's about. You know, like you gotta leave that perfect imprint that when your name brought up, it's all good. I never want when my name bring up it leave a bad taste in their mouth. If it did, the way I'm moving, if my name leave a bad taste in your mouth, you came to me as Satan. And if anybody come at me for Satan, I want that shit turned in your mouth every time you think of me. Because now, nigga, you either gonna rinse your mouth out with Colgate, nigga, and come back over here to this good graces, or you stay your Satan ass up over there and think twice before you come against this Archangel Michael. And I'm gonna drop the mic on that one right there.
To touch on what bro said, just if I could for a quick second, to add on about that same shit, is when you got a certain understanding, it's all about perception. Because they'll tell you in the book and stuff, they be like, God gave Adam and Eve free will, but it was the devil. The devil represented the light in that situation. He told Eve, you know what I'm saying, to eat from the tree. And that's when they realized, and y'all know what go from there. So once you get a certain understanding, it's really about perception. That like that God and devil is really positive and negative. Don't mean good or bad, right or wrong. It just mean a positive effect or a negative effect. That's how I try to look at shit too.
Hey, can I jump in real quick?
Crew, what up, crew?
Oh, what up? Hey, so like both my parents reference, right? I grew up in the shit, right? My mom's a chaplain right now, right? Like I know the book. I read that book several times, right? So I got an understanding of it different, right? God is perfect, right? Can I get agreement on that? Like God is the all-knowing, all-powerful, he knows everything. He's perfect, right?
Preach.
So if he's all good, all-knowing, all-powerful, and all of that, why would he create the devil? Why would he create Satan? Unless Satan was a tool for something. Satan is just adversity. He's just a negativity to the positivity. Like magnets, negative and positive. It's like everything you're going to go through is going to be, you know what I mean? You're not going to just float through shit. You always have some adversity. Shit, you got rent to pay, you got to go work. The work is the positive, the rent is the negative. That's the balance. You feel me? So let me just cut it short. At the end of the day, if we're going to go by like what the devil is going to heaven. Because God created him and God does not make anything wrong. If, you know what I mean, that's my logic on it. Like if you read it and everything, if the premise that God is perfect, God is good, God is all-knowing, he's all-powerful. He knew what he did when he made the damn devil.
Yeah, facts, bro. And the thing is that when I say, that's why I did the analogy of Lucifer and Satan. You feel me? At the same time, God is perfect and God knows everything. But at the same time, he gave us the ability to make the choices on how you move through this life. And when Lucifer became Satan, it's because he made the choice to be deceitful. And so I want to bring Satan back into Lucifer. And when I say that, that's for all my brothers and sisters. You feel me? When you in a Satan stance where you being deceitful and dishonest, I want to show you the light and bring you back into that Lucifer state. Because like you say, God never made anything that's not perfect. We are other image and other likeness, but God is the most perfect and the all-knowing. Like I even believe that Jesus wasn't even perfect in man, but he had to show it by how he walked through life. And he walked through life in the most perfect form as possible. And that's why he's revered like that. And he's the Son of God. You feel me?
I agree with you to the point of, except for we are God. Jesus was perfect. I am perfect. You are perfect as you are.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro.
That's my thing. Like this is some, like, I don't know, esoteric or some shit like that. But we are all here for a reason. It's a reason I woke up at this time and happened to tune to this channel. And then we all happen to be on this panel for this ideas to get out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like we don't know what happened before we were born. We don't know what happened when we die. Shit, we can't even hardly tell when we're asleep what's going on. You know what I mean? It's like it's just to me it's like a different dimension or something like that. What happened? Everybody just jumped off like that, or
Nah, that was
YouTube
just that one dude and shit. But nah, and I agree with you on that, brother. But when you're being deceitful and dishonest, you're not being who the fuck you supposed to be.
Well, didn't God tell them to tell them that's your sister? Well, with Joseph and Mary, or somebody was going through some town, and God told them, He said, tell them that's your sister, because if you tell them that's your wife, they're gonna try you and rape her and shit like that.
Facts. I know.
So
the story
it's reasons to be deceitful. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, police pull you over. You got anything in the car? What's that smoke? Nope, nothing in the car.
Well, but you know, deceitful is why and that's that's where the confusion come in and shit. Because what is really deceitful in the world of man, of human beings of this temple body, and what's deceitful in the kingdom of heaven. See, me telling somebody that means me harm something to avoid the harm, that's not being deceitful to me. That's me balancing the situation where I don't have to go to the level of being that Archangel Michael, because if I feel like you're gonna harm me, I'm ready to die